was it, then how did the prophets of God pray in the Bible?
We saw in the Bible the prophets of God all the way from Abraham. To the surprise of many, it will be up till Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him. We will see now how they used to pray. I'm going to give examples. There are many, many examples. I'm going to choose just a few, so that to illustrate people, because to illustrate to the people because of the constraint of time.
Yes.
In Genesis, for example, we see Genesis 17:3, where it says, "And Abraham fell on his face, and God talked with him." In Genesis 24:52, we see, "And it came to pass that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed himself down to the earth unto Jehovah." And then he started praying. In Exodus 30:21, we see, "So they shall wash their hands and their feet." They perform ablution before prayers. They wash their hands and their feet, that they die not, and it shall be a statute forever to them.
This is one of the most important passages.
Even to him and his seed throughout their generations. So God ordained that they should perform ablution, they should wash their hands and their feet before they pray, and it will be compulsory on all the followers of the prophets until the day of judgment. This is what this
Genesis.
In Exodus, God says, in Exodus 40:31, "And Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet thereat." In the book of Numbers 26, it says, "And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly into the door to the tent of meetings, and fell upon their faces, and the glory of Jehovah appeared unto them." In the book of Judges 13:20,
consistent.
we see, "For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of Jehovah ascended in the flame of the altar, and Manoah and his wife looked on, and they fell on their faces to the ground." Joshua 5:14, "And he said, Nay, but as prince of the host of Jehovah am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship." Joshua 7:6, "And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of Jehovah until the evening."
Falling on his face, falling on his face.
All of them falling on his face.
And different names, which mean
First Samuel 20:41, "And as soon as the lad was gone, David arose," because he was on the ground praying. David arose out of a place toward the south and fell on his face to the ground and bowed himself 3 times. In 2 Samuel 12:20, "Then David arose from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his apparel and into the house of Jehovah and worshipped. When he came to his own house, and when he required, they set bread before him, and he did eat." 1 King 1839. Here we see, in the previous one, we saw how he washed his clothes. That means his clothes have to be
Clean.
And then he anointed himself, putting perfume in the presence of Allah. This is exactly
As the sunnah
how
of the Prophet
it's done.
Yes.
First Kings 1839, when all the people saw this, they fell prostrate and cried, "The Lord, He is God, the Lord, He is God." This is Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. When they put their faces to the ground, they used to say, Allahu Akbar,